That is awesome, dude. Look how red he is. That's real animal style right there.
Look at that.
That is a day maker, baby. Oh, look at that.
Real Animals, presented by Contender Boats.
This week's Real Animals adventure has me back down in the beautiful Florida Keys. We're fishing out of Key Largo, Florida on this trip. Our good buddy Gus Solis with GTB Boat Sales has got us set up on the 44 ST, and we're headed offshore to see what kind of trouble we can get into. Hey gang, today I'm back in the beautiful Florida Keys. I'm fishing out of Key Largo, Florida. Our main man, Gus Solis from GTB Marine, is taking us out in the 44 ST. Got our good friend, Captain Greg Poland with us. Scotty's with us as well. We're going offshore to do some fishing. Gus, what do you think?
Yeah, we're gonna run out here and try to get into some tunas. Right, Scott?
Yes, sir.
Right off the bat, and then always, obviously have some bait down and see if we catch a mutton, a grouper, and bend some rods. We got, the wells are full of bait, so.
Variety of stuff. We got a beautiful day. It's going to be awesome. Can't wait.
The bottom's hard bottom, few sea fans, some rocks. So out here in the deeper water, we won't get so much of the, the groupers and whatnot until we get into about 160 feet in inshore.
Okay.
We'll start catching the groupers, the muttons, maybe possibly an African pompano. And if we can get the tunas up, the tunas will follow us.
You know what's interesting is Scotty's so calm. Me, I'm so excited I just want to jump out of the boat. I can't even see straight. Scotty's like, oh, it's just another day at the office. It's all good.
We're just fishing.
Yeah. Fish on, getting at you.
Real. Greg, help him out. That other bottom rod.
Right next to you.
I got you. In the northern Keys, like Key Largo, they do these long drifts. And again, I've drifted a lot in the Gulf of Mexico before and done some drifting on the East Coast, but drifts are usually pretty short. Here, we were expecting to be on a drift that could last several miles, a couple of hours even, depending on the wind and the current. So it's kind of a unique way of fishing, but it's something that Gus's buddy Scott Stokey has been doing up here for years. The one drawback to fishing this deep, I got a little color. Oh, yeah, a little bit.
There you go. Just hand me the leader and pull the lead away from us.
Gotcha.
Nice mutton snapper.
Is it?
Yeah.
Nice.
No.
No.
Man, Almaco Jack.
What was following it up?
His air bubbles,
Okay.
bladder.
I'm like, all right. Hey, that's cool though.
Nice job.
Yeah, nice fish. That's cool. That's cool.
We'll get another one.
Got something else coming.
Got another one on the back of the boat going on. Whoa.
You want a mic here?
No, it's you. Come on, Gus. Come on, Gus.
Oh,
Come on, Gus. Come on, buddy. You're always making fishermen happy, Gus. Here, you get to fish a little, buddy.
All right.
Yeah. Oh, GTB Boat Sales 24/7. You get to get out here today and do some fishing.
On a weekday.
On a weekday.
Yeah, that's
On a
very
Thursday.
rare.
We grab that weight.
Here's
Gotcha.
our weight.
Here we go.
All right, Big Mike.
Oh, what do we got? What do we got?
African pompano.
Come on, baby. Look at that, dude. I told you to take the rod. Look at that. Woo!
That's a
That is unbelievable right there.
That's what it's all about, huh? Woo!
Yeah, baby. Look at that pretty
Hey,
thing
listen.
right there. Wow.
A little afternoon scout yesterday paid off, Scotty. 2 in a row. at that bad boy.
Look at that. African pompano are just not one of those fish that you catch on every trip. You know, you're always hoping to catch one, but today was one of those days, you know, that there had been some in the area. They had caught one the day before, and we were really hoping that one of us would catch an African pompano today. We were happy for Gus. Again, you know, he's constantly he's always at work, grinding, selling boats, building these beautiful contenders. As soon as we saw color, we knew we had an African pompano, the boat erupted. You know, anytime you get a chance to get offshore here in the incredible Florida offshore fishery that we have, you know, variety is part of the beauty of it. You just don't know from trip to trip, day to day, what you're gonna get. And when you're doing drifts that are crazy long like we're doing here today, and you just don't know, you know. I mean, you're covering a lot of water, so you're covering a lot of different parts of the estuary, rock piles and humps and, you know, ledges, all kinds of great stuff. So it's really, really a great opportunity to catch a lot of different fish. Oh, he's there.
What's there?
Yeah,
Huh?
yeah, he's there. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, man. Here we go.
Might be. That wouldn't be a bad deal. Got it. Yep, got it. Color.
All right, Cap.
Snapper.
Come on, baby.
Mutton.
First one ever.
Mike, you got a little better reach on me.
Got him.
We got him.
All right.
That's my first mutton, baby. First mutton snapper ever. That's cool. That's a beautiful fish. Man, what a beautiful fish. You know, one of the fish I've always wanted to catch down here is mutton snapper. I've been here on some other trips where we've hooked some muttons and lost them to sharks. So the one fish I was hoping we would get today would be a mutton snapper, and I could kind of check something off my list. And we were thinking we'd have a pretty good shot today. That is beautiful right there. What a cool fish, man. Look how pretty, look at that color. Beautiful. Now, how big do these get down here, Gus?
Man, they get
really big,
oh,
right?
yeah.
Hey, tell them about when you try to spearfish them.
They're curious, but very shy. So when you're spearfishing, yeah, you just look away, make some noises. Like I got buddies that'll sit there and grunt, throw up some sand, and they'll come right up to you. But you can't look at them, you gotta turn away. As soon as they see your mask, they'll take off.
Really? I've had a few muttons on before fishing down here, but we've always lost them to sharks, but not today. This one came to the boat. You know, I've never been down here when the mutton snapper bite was really, really good. So, you know, I've never been up close and personal with one. And you know, when the first one came in the boat, just such a beautiful fish, the eye, the coloring, the way they kind of light up in the sun, just a beautiful, beautiful fish. You know, they're definitely known for their table fare. It's a great tasting snapper like most of the snapper species are. But this one was kind of special to me because it was my first one, and just such a beautiful fish. And every one that came in the boat, you know, you just kind of realized it's really something special, you know, kind of a Florida Keys thing with that whole mutton snapper bite, and just made for a really, really special day. You know, one of the really cool things about fishing with guys like Scotty and Gus, who do this a lot, you can tell how organized everything is. They got everything kind of put in its place on the side of the boat, and everything is just set up the right way. That way, if you get into a crazy bite, you got a bunch of rods going off, everybody can get the stuff. I mean, it's really, really a slick operation. because we were drifting and because the direction of the wind, we were able to get the kite up, get a couple of rods out, you know, working some kingfish, maybe some tuna, maybe a sailfish on the kites. And then the other side of the boat, we were able to fish deep with a couple of rods. We had 3 rods down deep with some heavy weights on them, kind of covering the bottom of the water column. And because the 44 ST is so big, we were able to put some top lines out and get some more baits up top. You know, even with 4 guys fishing this boat all day long, it was never crowded, lots of room, you know, gives you so much more opportunity to catch fish when you can get that many rods in the water. You know, you're bound to up your chances.
Look at that sailfish.
Wow, look at that. Yeah, look at that, huh?
Look at that, baby. Sail fishing.
Oh, come on. We're on.
Get him, Gus. That a boy. Dude, how cool is that? Gus, you got the hot hand today, baby.
Well,
Well,
gotta make up for last year.
well.
Gotta make up for last year.
You know, we'd been drifting for quite a while and weren't getting a lot of action on the kites. And, you know, myself personally, I was thinking, you know, maybe flying the kites was just kind of a waste of time today. You know, we had a couple of baits kind of get cut in half by maybe some kingfish, but not a whole lot of action. Sailfish season is kind of winding down here this time of year when we pulled into the Florida Keys, so we weren't really expecting a sailfish, but you know, these guys know that when they're out there this close to sailfish season, you just never know. So they just stayed focused. They had the right bait. The goggle eyes were in the boat. They just stayed focused, stayed with the kites, and it paid off. That was pretty cool, huh? As soon as we got the kites up, right?
Yeah.
Fish on just like that. That's so cool. You know, I think that it's always something that we talk about when we're offshore is the variety that you can catch.
Here comes.
Oh man, whoa! Completely out of the water. But it's even cooler here in the Florida Keys because you just don't know. You just don't know. From day to day, you don't know what you're gonna catch.
So cool, man.
Look at that, how cool is that, huh? Florida Keys style, baby.
Scotty, you gonna leader grab him or what?
You know, I've caught sailfish in Costa Rica and in Aruba, and I've caught them before in the Keys, and it really doesn't matter, you know, big or small. You know, anytime you get into some billfish action, it's absolutely incredible, that big old beautiful tail walk, and they're so active, and when they get up next to the boat and they light up, the color is just so vibrant and beautiful. There is just nothing that ever gets old about catching sailfish. Hey gang, this week's Real Animals Tip of the Week, I want to talk to you about one of my favorite tools, something I never go on the water without, and that's my sunglasses. You know, I love to see the fish that I'm targeting, as I know you do as well, and what this gives me is it gives me clarity and definition and detail in the water, and that's really, really important. I love to skinny water fish, but even if I'm offshore, cobia, tuna, other things come up to the surface, you want to be able to see them. You know, Maui Jim Sunglasses is independently owned, and they do things to their lenses that most companies just don't bother to do. Polarized Plus 2 technology that eliminates glare, reduces the harmful UV rays that we get from the sun being on the water. Check out Maui Jim Sunglasses. They got a bunch of great frame styles you can choose from. MauiJim.com is the website, and when it comes to customer service, nobody does customer service like Maui Jim. Check them out today. had some bonita that came through every so often to kind of get the blood flow going a little bit. But when Gus grabbed a hold of that light rod and it started to scream drag, I was thinking that's not a bonita, that's going to be Mr. Tuna himself, and that's exactly what he was.
Here we go. Fish on.
It's going to be a tuna. Gus has got the rod.
Bonita.
Guaranteed.
Still though, on this little thing, this is fun right here.
Gus got
This is
something
a
on
little
over
light.
here.
It's a little light. Blackfin tuna, man, that'd be great.
Is that a tuna, baby? Come
I
on,
hope
kid.
so. I hope it's not a bonehead.
Listen, every rod you've touched today turns into gold, so come on.
Everybody has your day, Mike. Everybody has your
Absolutely,
day.
absolutely. And you know what? I'm okay with today being yours.
Hey,
I am. Work that thing, would you?
I'll tell you what, this is a fun little rod right
Yeah,
here.
isn't it great?
I love this
I
combo.
love that
Light,
thing.
too.
Yeah, it's really good for that. Bait on top. Super strong. Catch a lot of kingfish on that setup, and it's a great tuna setup. As long as your tuna don't get too big.
Yeah, right.
Florida Keys, sport fishing capital of the world.
I knew I shouldn't have woke up early this morning and worked out. Just kidding.
Sounds good though for TV.
Yeah. I worked out arms this morning, guys, so if I lock up, I'm a little worn out.
If we had somebody on the boat that said this wasn't a good time to them, I think I'd have to have them checked. Yeah, we'd have to have that person medically checked. It doesn't get any better than this. You know, our good friend Gus Solis from GTB Boat Sales, you know, Gus doesn't get to do this every day. So, you know, to get him out here on the water on one of his boats, he was super fired up because he knew he was going to be fishing for a couple of days out of the office, so to speak. And, you know, Gus had the hot hand today, you know, the sailfish, and then it seemed like every rod that Gus touched was gold today, you know. African pompano, sailfish, and a blackfin tuna.
ATV, there you
That's
go.
what we needed.
Sushi.
Just touch all the rods, Gus. Just touch all the rods, baby.
Everybody has their day.
Nice.
Yeah! Boom! Out of the way, boys!
Gus, you roll, kid. Woo! You got to get down here and do this. No place like it in the world. Unbelievable. African pompano, sailfish, tuna, mutton snapper, all in the same day. Come down here, get you a Contender, GTB Boat Sales, and you can come do this too. Whenever you can get on a boat and you don't really know what's coming to the boat, it just doesn't get any better than that. You know, the anticipation, you know you're in the Keys, there's a lot of great species here. It's spring, almost summertime here in the Florida Keys, so the water temps are still really good. There's a lot of fish here, and it makes for a really, really fun day with some really good people.
Greg's hooked up! Out of the way, Greg.
Oh,
What do you got?
bonita. Pain in the keister, swimming in circles.
Hey, you're under over.
Got it.
Yep.
Go a little further, G. All right, there you go.
You got a small African pompano.
No way!
African.
What? Nice!
The streamers.
I think African pompano are one of the most beautiful fish that swim in our Florida waters, and more of a deep water fish. You don't catch them very shallow. When they're smaller, they have these beautiful sickles that trail off of these fish, and as they grow bigger, they lose those. And it's kind of neat when you catch a smaller one and you get to see that in the water. You know, it's something that I've never seen on any other fish, and it's just kind of a really, really neat thing. The colors, you know, even on the big fish, African pompano are so beautiful in the water. They get all lit up, and then the sun and the blue water here in the Key kind of hits on their side. It's really, really something to see, and there should be a really good reason to put a big smile on your face when you catch a nice big African pompano. Hey, that's a good release. That'll work. That's a good release. First boy.
I hadn't caught one of those in 20 years.
They're so beautiful. It's
They
such
are.
a pretty fish.
All those long streamers.
Dude, what a variety though. I mean, the whole day's just been crazy. I mean, AJs and African pompano and muttons and sailfish and bonita is crazy.
Yeah.
Absolutely incredible fishery you have here. I'm so jealous. What a cool
We live in a
place
good
to
place.
fish. Yeah, you live in a very good place. You know, anytime you get the chance to come down here to the Florida Keys, you know, we're staying at Little Basin Villas here in Isla Mirada, just a short run to Key Largo, getting the opportunity to fish with Gus and Greg and Scott. Had we all got together for breakfast and sat down and kind of scripted out our day, it actually went a little bit better than that. You know, we never caught a bunch of one species, maybe 3 or 4 of them, but we caught all kinds of species. I mean, any day, if you'd have told me this morning that you were gonna catch African pompano, blackfin tuna, sailfish, and your first mutton snapper ever, I'd have took that deal all day long with a smile on my face, and that's exactly the way it played out. It doesn't get any better when you can do it with some good friends on a great boat on a beautiful day here in the Florida Keys. It's just absolutely incredible.